Oh boy. Hey ladies, how you doing? This is your boy Gerald. It is 3 o'clock in the morning and my butt is supposed to be asleep. But I went on another site that I go to, and by the way, um, if you don't know, it's called Be Intentional. It's the Allots. I like to sit in sometimes to listen to some of their topics. But there was one in there that kind of really sparked my interest that I wanted to speak on it. And some of you will get it, and some will get it later. But I look like a little smurf. Well, I'm growing my I'm growing my dreads. And it is 3 in the morning, so it is. But you gotta bear with me, okay? I love each and every one of y'all, and I think you should know uh, the things to help navigate your life. Ladies, I want you to know one thing. Fairy tales do not come true. They don't. They do not. But dreams do. And I believe that if you want to have the things that you desire, which means the things that you need in your life, it is very, very important that you govern your life correct. And what I mean by that, man, I look crazy as I don't know what. But see, you know what? I can be real about mine because I'm a man of, I'm a spiritual man, so it is what it is. But just know that the words that I'm conveying to you come from my heart. I see it day in, day out, all the time. And I have to scratch my head. I'm like, why is this person doing this? But they do it because they're not informed. They don't have the tools for better judgment. And 9 times out of 10, they don't even know the word discernment. So ladies, what I'm saying to you is this. This is going to be a hot summer. A very hot summer. And temptation's going to be out there. Just want you to know this. Your body is a temple. You're given that responsibility to bring life into this world. So therefore you must protect it at all costs. I know that everybody wants to have that mate, that one, that will unconditionally love them. But just know this. When you start to love yourself, the love that you long for will come. That's how it works. That is why it's written in the Bible. When a man seeketh a woman, it is good. So if you want the one, stop accepting the zero. Respect your worth. But see, society will tell you, you ain't got to do that. You independent. You can think for yourself. And that is what you do to navigate your day. You always think. You always rationalize pros and cons. But my thing is this. If it is not working out for you, if it is you constantly are getting the short end of your choices, try a different approach. Try a different approach. You have nothing to lose. You have all to gain. I mentioned before, there are a lot of you that went out and got Mr. Harvey's book, but y'all ended up turning around and made it into a playbook, or took the approach of, well, if they can do it, I can do it too. Now, we all have free will. We do. We do. But just know this. When you make a choice to pursue whatever endeavor, you can't take it back. You can't. And when reality sets in, and hindsight is 20/20, and you wish that you could undo some of the choices that you have made, have courage, because there's a lesson in that. But if you're constantly getting the same end result, your lesson is constantly resonating for you to take notice. See, listen. It is not easy to live in our society. Reality TV shows promote what? What's positive in reality shows? Now, there are some that are exceptions to the rule. But if it was such a reality, why is everything that you see dysfunctional? Just think about that. So, for those people that may be saying, well, you know what? I want a good man. I want that one. I'm willing to do the work. That's what you do. You do nothing. You go within yourself and you work on yourself. Just like when you put on your favorite perfume, it can arouse the senses of a man. You can just put on a little bit and the man across the room will smell it. But guess what? The one, he doesn't use his senses. He uses his faith. He uses his spirit. And it will guide him to you. Because see, as you already know, we can be fooled by what we see and what we hear. And if we don't have balance within our own spirits, we can respond off of what our emotions tell us to act, because you're not in harmony. Ladies, if you want the respect that you know you deserve, just fall back. That's all you gotta do. Because, to be honest with you, you could walk in a room with a hefty bag on, and it would not matter. You could walk in a room with a $5,000 dress on, but for someone that is not spiritually grounded, they're going to see it as it's going to end up on the floor anyway. Don't do yourself like that. Don't do that. Let that inner beauty that is within you shine. As I've mentioned before, there's nothing more alluring than the glow of a woman's spirit. Because see, that's what real men like. Less is more. We want to know what you think. You have a brain just like we do. We want to know if we can grow with you. Do you have the faculties that would make that one go across a mountain or walk across water so that he could change your name? You must see your worth. You got to remember this. Less is more. How many times have you been somewhere and it doesn't matter, and then someone's very vocal or outspoken? Now the first thing you need to wonder is, why the octave of voice? Most women are very articulate and know what they want. But if you don't know who you are, how can you truly know what you want? So you have to look within yourself, sweetie. You have to do that. You have to. It is time that you start doing the work. Because I'm going to tell you what, the longer that you put it off, the longer that you don't see your worth, the longer that you don't respect who you are, you're going to continue to attract the things that you don't want. That's how it works. See, as I always say, and I've come to learn, that God will always give you what you need, not what you want. Because haven't you realized the things that we want is never what we need? And it is not easy being a woman, I know that. But one thing that cannot be bought is self-respect. So be the queens that you are. You're destined, because, see, your higher power made you female for a reason. That is a special, special gift. Gave you the responsibility to bring forth life when it was deemed. Why? Because he knew that you could handle the responsibility. You have such a wow. There is a love within you that is unmatched. But you must be able to see it, to bring it out to the world. So my queens, do not go off of what you see, what you hear. If it is not pure, it is not for you. Sidestep it. Because you got to understand something. The devil's work is never done. And he's going to continue to bring you the things that you don't want to suppress your growth, to withhold you from who you're destined to be. You know those dreams that you have, that you want to aspire? That takes work. It takes diligence. But you also know bad behavior is never rewarded. It is only rewarded with more bad behavior. And you guys deserve the best. You guys deserve it. But it just seems like society has convinced you that your expectations don't matter. It's okay to disrespect yourself. So if you disrespect yourself, then can you blame someone else for disrespecting you? I mean, just something to think about. I mean, I learned this one real quick, and I'm going to get on it and get off of it. A woman will take almost 2 hours to get ready to go wherever she needs to go. At least 2 hours. Because that's the analytical side of you, to make sure detail is what it is. Because you're given the gift of nurturement. But on the flip side, the very last thing you do is you go outside. Before you hit that door, you hit that mirror. Because you want to make sure that you are represented in the best light. You have control of that. But you don't have control of it once it's out in the world. So if you don't like the fact that men gawk at you, take a look at how you represent. And I'm saying, I'm not bashing, but I just, like I said, I put a message out there for the fellas. It's time for the fellas to do the work. And I know a lot of this right here is because you guys have lost faith in men. And somewhere along the way, magazines and TV and what you hear on the radio has convinced you that you have to take certain matters in your hands. When all you have to do is discern. That's all you have to do. Listen to your spirit. You can't go wrong. But it's very imperative that you love yourself. And as I always say, those people that are supposed to be in your life, if they're not growing and evolving with you, they're holding you back. Come on now. Your life should not feel like an amusement park. It should not be a game of chance. You should not feel depleted. Everything you receive should be building you up because it should be pure. So stop stressing over the stuff that you can't control too. Get your rest. Eat right. Because believe it or not, there are people in this world that still need you to be okay. So and it all starts with your mind. Because without a sound mind, you don't have a sound body. If you don't have a sound body, you're not gonna make sound choices. So like I said, I don't expect some women to understand what I'm conveying. But this message is directed to those who are tired. If you're tired of getting the short end of the stick, baby girl, do the work. And when you do the work, your reality will be totally changed. Because you'll see your worth and value. And you're priceless. So I thought like I said, it's going on forward. I'm getting ready to go to bed, so, but, I just want to convey that to somebody. This is going to be a hot summer, y'all. This summer's going to bring a lot of change, a lot of turmoil, a lot of things that may have been in the dark going to come to the light, you know, but just know that God's got you. He's got you. Call on Him. Embrace your discernment. Or reconnect with that little girl within you. She needs you. God's praying for you. You know I am. You stay blessed.